This might look like a chart for the Save the Children token, but it's not. It's a player chart for the Cycle Frontier, and today we'll find out why this insanely promising game has gone on one of the craziest downward spirals I've ever seen. Now, the Cycle Frontier was a result of a complete revamp from the original and heavily beloved game, The Cycle, from 2019. This new game, though, was a move away from the slowly dying Battle Royale genre into the newer Extraction Shooter genre. The original Cycle game was starting to die off, and the main reason for that was simply that the Battle Royale genre itself was growing stale due to everyone and their nans making their own BR game. And honestly, the only game that's really survived in that genre since then has been Fortnite, but I think we all know why. At the start, the new game was well received. It was slower paced with a better matchmaking system and improved gunplay, at least for now. But the devs could rest assured knowing the release for the Cycle Frontier was a success.
So I need scrap metal.
If you jump in the water, you'll live. Let's go. Follow me. Okay, well, I was just joking.
Oh, what the fuck, Summit?
You could fuck this guy up if you want to. Ah, come on, man. You're such a dude. You're such a You're such a small penis piece of shit, bitch ass mother.
Averaging around 40k players in its first week is definitely impressive. But that was just the start, and things were bound to get even better.
Ja.
Huh?
Det er ikke her i hvert fall.
As usual, shit had to be nerfed, guns needed to be balanced, and eventually they were, but with every issue that was fixed, more things arose. Lots and lots of bugs. People getting stuck, people losing upgrades that they made to their quarters, grass quite literally floating in the air, quests that won't even complete, and even teleporting to modern day, the bugs are still here, they're just different. Yeah, there are definitely less of them, but just yesterday I got stuck in an infinite loop inside a quest where I physically couldn't do anything, but that definitely wasn't the only issue I ran into. Am I lagging? And then the problem every game faces, no matter who you are, was cheaters. Everywhere.
Oh, go! I'm getting.
Away from that. Gorgon, I'm getting fried, I'm one shot. He's up top, he might be cheating, he's up top somewhere.
No,
Is
what?
he? No shot. He's bad, we can kill him, where is he? I can't even see him.
You don't want me to peek him? Is he cheating?
You know?
I'm getting stand before I
oh, he's in the sky again.
Dude.
But like any game spiraling into a midlife crisis, the community was split, and still is split into the casuals who were all starting to leave at this point, and then the hardcore dedicated band of 4K hour pros. And the problem the devs were having now wasn't patching all the numerous bugs or marketing, but simply figuring out who the fuck to listen to.
Hello prospectors, I'm Pierre, the lead game designer of the Cycle Frontier.
The big reason for this is because of the community and where 90% of them actually came from. Escape from Tarkov, the first game to pioneer the EFT genre. Now please don't burn me at the fucking stake for this, okay? But this game, like a lot of these PvP games where you give up your soul just for a bit of satisfaction, tends to harbor two types of players. The players who hate the game with all their guts but play it a lot, and the people who love the game and play it very rarely. The sweats and the casuals. You see the separation a lot in games like Rust, where no matter what a developer tweets, their comments will always be filled up with children holding them at gunpoint to revert a change they probably weren't even responsible for. The downfall of H1Z1 can be compared to this game in a lot of ways. The method of development especially, which I'll get to later, but the contrasting opinions in the community is never good for any game long term, and kind of led to the downfall of H1Z1 as well.
You shut up when I'm talking to you! You shut your mouth!
Now, in 2023, the Cycle Frontier has entered its third season, where everything gets reset and players are all put on a level playing field. However, in the community, it's kind of common knowledge that the golden age for the game, Season 1 and 2, is now long gone. But however imperfect the game may have been, most people agreed it was still golden.
Oh my god.
Morri. Putz, cacilda, velho.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, I'm dead. There. Yep.
No!
Cheater. Yeah.
This thing's OP as fuck.
So I think they're all dead. There's. Oh, I'm dead. No, I'm stuck. What am I stuck
Big
on?
metal door.
Somebody's here! Somebody's here! Somebody's here!
Alright.
Somebody's
Let's
here!
go.
Somebody's
Split
here!
down. Let's get out.
Stuck.
Somebody's here!
With the thing, brother.
Somebody's here! Can you hear
See mine
me?
out now. Wait for me. Actually, I don't need to. I can get this.
Am I muted?
Super
Alright, you guys want to track with us? Come on, man.
Wait, can we go with you?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, sure, why not? Do we get extra points for evacing together? Like Tarkov?
Yeah, man, we get extra experience.
Hell yeah, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Later, guys.
I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, later, man.
Oh, you're gonna do his friend like that?
So Season 3 of the Cycle Frontier was set to be a fantastic season. Following up from Season 2 where the player count peaked at a mighty 4,000, this start could only be better. Nope. They did, however, write a 2,000 word update for the patch notes, with the biggest news probably being that, this is it. Season 3 will be the last wipe ever, which again was a big win for the casuals, but this news is probably more negative than it sounds. However, on the face of it, this looked to be one of the best updates ever. The developers themselves said this season was the battle against cheaters.
And I'm Matt, I'm the lead producer here at Jaeger working on the Cycle Frontier, and tomorrow you're going to be playing the best season that we've ever released, Season 3.
They'd be focusing all their brain power on making those little gremlins redundant. But the real question was, could they actually do it? Well, yes, but by making the good players play against the cheaters instead. You see, these developers created special lobbies for people with high KDs, meaning if you've dedicated far too much time to our game, we're just gonna peg you some more. Here's some cheaters to reward your dedication and loyalty. And even then, cheaters are still in casual lobbies like they are with almost any game, but credit where credit is due because the number of hackers definitely dropped from Season 2. But does all of this even really matter anymore? Season 3 has really been a season of lack of communication with the community. Some updates have shown some promise, with a lot more work needing to be done. The player count has not increased, and I doubt revenue did either. It's got to the point where the heavily dedicated players can't even see much of a future for the game. And with them announcing this is the last wipe, it does kind of feel as if they're just letting the game run its course, seeing how much more money can still be squeezed out. But the problem is, if the current state of the game and the lack of efficient changes won't put the nail in the coffin, the developers may have already done it themselves. Numerous developers on the project have already left, leaving a smaller team of roughly 140 people to work on the Cycle Frontier. Now that sounds like a big number, but if your work isn't properly structured and people up top are just spouting shit to try filter in the most money before they eventually get rid of you, then you may as well just give up now. I'm not saying their only goal is money, but they do have $551 worth of DLCs, some of them being over 100 freedom dollars, so do with that what you will. However, we're currently 2.5 months into Season 3, and player counts are starting to hit an all-time low already, so I decided to play last night, and it was genuinely just a single-player experience. I'm literally at the extraction point, I don't want to be loud. I haven't even heard anybody. Press Y to call evac ship. Okay. Oh, here it comes. I'm ready. Oh, fuck. Clearly I have a few things to learn, but I'm not sure there's even a point. From the outside looking in, it certainly looks like this is the end of the road. People with thousands of hours are quitting, and the worst part is the reasons for quitting can't even be nailed down. It's not one individual problem, and this might be why the team of 140 fucking developers feels so hopeless. What can they really do to revive the brand? In the gaming world, when things go this tits up, you usually just let it die. Reviving a game that has repeatedly tried its best to kill itself almost never works. As with many dying games though, the Reddit is filled with suggestions, calls for change, and some threads longer than the script for this video, outlining possible pathways for the developers to take. I felt just like this with H1Z1, and eventually it just goes too far. Developers are laid off, servers are eventually shut down, and all you have left are memories. Now, I don't want to shit on everyone's parade. I don't think this game is at that point yet, and possibly nowhere near, but if nothing big changes very soon, I think it may have just ran its course. But what do the community actually want? If the devs were to keep hypothetically trying, what needs to be altered? Well, one thing almost everyone can agree on is smaller lobbies. Improve the weapon location spawns. Balance the weapons. Again, change the loot pool so looting buildings is actually satisfying. And a personal suggestion from me, please keep adding even more mobs. I love them.
Can't get me up here, can ya? You little rats. Have that. Okay.
It is weird that so many of these games where people happily invest thousands of hours into can just die. And as a player, nothing's more frustrating than a dev team that just can't seem to get it right. I mean, it's all out of your control. If there's any way this game survives, is if the rumors of other dev teams potentially taking over the game are actually true. If another team of potentially smart people come in and build upon this very solid foundation, there's no reason why things can't at least stabilize. H1Z1 had countless moments where things suddenly kind of looked up. At one point, even a very bold man by the name of Jace Hall made promises that he'll revert the game to the glory days, what it used to be. Of course, the bold man was lying out of his ass and then privated his Twitter for a year, in which time the game has reduced itself to around 100 players average. It is sad seeing a game I used to adore, one that I used to spend 10 hours a day on daily, one that used to compete with PUBG, slowly dwindling away into Steam hell. But that and many other reasons is why the story of this game resonated with me a lot. Currently, loads of rumors about the game are up in the air, rumors of the game changing genre again, and they may well be true, and the small community that still enjoys the game will stick around for a while, but it's safe to say that this game is a massive wasted opportunity. $100 you know. That is sucking your audience dry on another level. Now, I think I managed to cover most of it, but if you're an active player and have extra info you want to add, please do comment it below, and if I wasn't shameless enough, feel free to subscribe if you're still watching, and check out my Patreon that I'll link below. I've just launched it the other day, and I've got no fucking clue in the world how it works, but if you want to feature in future videos, that'll be the best place to go.